Hey, I'm Delcy.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Megan.
And we are the creators behind the Raising Goats for Beginners e-course. Currently, right now, on our 1-acre property in the middle of Montana, we have stuffed pigs, goats, chickens, ducks, a couple of bum calves, and a large garden and our house. And with a little room to spare, actually, we have a quite full property. But to begin with, about 5 or 6 years ago, I knew that I wanted cream. Cream. We could make so much with cream, right? And so the logical decision was a cow. We needed a milk cow. And then I started researching cows, and my husband is a cowboy, so he knows all things cows, but probably not as much about dairy cows. And I started to think about large milk cows on our little property. And the poop, the mess that cow poop is messy. And they are large. They eat a lot. And there was just so many things, so many complications that kept coming up when I was trying to figure out how to get a cow so I could have milk and cream. And then as I started researching, slowly the idea started coming to my mind that, what about goats? Goats produce milk. And I started researching, and I fell in love with goats.
We started raising goats for goat milk and the wonderful benefits that they offer our family. But we very quickly realized that our children benefited from so much more than just the goat milk. Having the goats has been a wonderful lesson for our children. I love the fact that they can know where their food comes from, that they have learned such a wonderful work ethic because of the goats. My oldest son helps me every day by milking goats, and my daughter loves to help bottle feed babies that need feeding, and it's been a wonderful experience for all of them. So for us, having the goats is so much more than just goat milk. It's a way of life, and it's a wonderful way to teach your children the value of hard work and the value of caring for an animal and for the goats. And that is just one of the many reasons why goats are a wonderful asset to our family.
Getting goats was a natural progression for me. I had already talked my husband into getting chickens, and goats were next on my list. For me, I wanted self-sufficiency and fresh milk for my family and for my children. But he didn't think we lived in a place that could sustain goats. It was only a 1-acre lot in a subdivision. So what was it that finally convinced him? Goats eat poison ivy. Our backyard was being taken over by poison ivy, wild blackberries, other weeds like that. And I wouldn't let him go anywhere near the yard with chemicals or Roundup.
And I knew that their size was the perfect size for our property. Their poop, unless they're sick, is just right. I mean, you can't have a more unmessy poop, really, when it comes to animals. And they eat, but not like a cow. It's a much less amount than a cow. And it just was like a complete win-win on every aspect.
Over the years, I have come to realize that raising goats gives us so much more than just goat's milk. For those of you who do not know me, I live in South Florida, and we get a lot of hurricanes here. The most recent hurricane that we have been through was Hurricane Irma, and Hurricane Irma devastated our area. And unfortunately, we were without power for about 10 days after the storm. Now, if you've never been through a hurricane, after a natural disaster, most places are shut down. When an entire area is without electricity, the grocery stores cannot function, the gas stations cannot function. Eventually things will start to get trucked in, and then everybody is there to get them. So for me, after the storm, having the goats gave me such an incredible peace of mind. I realized how much more self-sufficient I was by having the goats. They allowed us to have a continual supply of milk and dairy products, and I knew that no matter what happened, my family would have food. Having the goats gave me the assurance that we would not only survive, but that we would flourish. And with the products that I could make using our goat's milk, we would still be healthy. So it really taught me that the goats are so much more than just companions, and goat milk, that they are a wonderful step on the road to self-sufficiency.
Luckily, goats love poison ivy, and they had our yard clear in no time. And best yet, they kept our grass mowed all summer long.
I guess it was just a no-brainer once I realized that it was an option and that it would be perfect for our family.
I did not have any friends that raised goats. I had no way of getting goat milk. So I decided that this was something I needed to do for myself. So I started researching. I finally found 2 beautiful little doelings, and we welcomed them into our family. And we have not looked back.
So the raw milk, the raw yogurt, just drinking the milk and feeding my family the cheeses and the yogurt, and the addition of their friendship every day, twice a day. When I'm milking, I am in here. I am up close and personal with my goats, and they are my friends. They are sweet and friendly. They love me, I'm sure of it, and I love them. And I can't imagine my life without goats now.
So as you can see, raising goats is a very rewarding experience. You may be even ready to run out and bring your goats home today.
Or maybe you are starting to wonder, what exactly do I do? How do I even take care of goats?
And luckily, those questions will be answered in tomorrow's video.
I may be biased, but I think that goats are one of the best animals out there. You look at this face, who can resist? But goats are so much more than just adorable, and I know that adding goats to your homestead will add so much to your life and to your family.
But for now, why not leave us a comment below telling us what it is about goats that you love and where you are at currently in your goat journey.